Have you ever felt weaker? That climbing stairs tires you out more than it used to. That lifting a bag, or even bending down, takes effort. This loss of strength, as minor as it may seem, is a clear sign that your muscles are fading away. And when muscles disappear, the body loses stability, the metabolism slows down, and the risk of falls, fractures, and illnesses only increases. This is called sarcopenia, and it's silent, progressive, and much more common than people talk about. Most people believe that it's impossible to avoid, that it's just part of getting older. But the truth is that you can actually stop this loss, and even reverse it, with the right diet. There are foods that not only preserve your muscles, but also help rebuild them. And among all of them, there's one specific, accessible, and natural food that has been surprising doctors and nutritionists with its effectiveness in people over 50. In this video, you're going to discover what this powerful food is, the one that helps block muscle loss, improve physical strength, speed up recovery, and even improve your posture. And the most impressive part, we're not talking about expensive supplements or going to the gym. This food might be in your kitchen, and it's just waiting to be used the right way. Stay with me until the end, because besides revealing what this food is, I'll also show you an extra tip to boost your body's absorption of it and maximize your results. And if you want to keep your strength, independence, and freedom of movement, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment, "My strength comes back now," because there's still time to turn this around. Before I show you how to stop muscle loss after 50, you need to understand something hardly anyone talks about. There are entire populations that grow old without losing strength, and without needing a gym. Buddhist monks are a living example of this. They live well into their 90s, even past 100, with balance, lightness, and impressive strength for their age. And all of that has much more to do with what's on their plate than with any kind of workout. Modern science is only now beginning to discover what monks have practiced for centuries. Certain foods have the power to preserve muscle mass, reduce inflammation, and keep the body strong even as the years go by. And the most surprising thing, these aren't meats, supplements, or expensive formulas. They're simple, natural foods, but used the right way, at the right time, with intention. In this video, you'll discover 5 foods that are part of the daily diet of Buddhist monks and that help keep muscles active, the body firm, and the mind clear into old age. Many of them are within your reach right now, but you may have never looked at them as a source of strength. Stay with me until the end, because the last food on the list is the most powerful of all, and also the most ignored in the West. And if you apply this to your diet, you could start to feel your body respond within just a few days. Because what keeps strength alive isn't age, it's choice. The first food on this list may not look powerful, but it's one of the most strategic fruits in the diet of Buddhist monks: papaya. This tropical fruit, sweet, simple, and accessible, hides a natural power that many overlook. And that's exactly what makes it so valuable. While the West chases after supplements, pricey proteins, and artificial formulas, monks quietly eat papaya every day to preserve their muscles, digestion, and vitality. They understand that what you digest well is far more important than what you simply eat. Papaya is rich in an enzyme called papain, which helps the body break down proteins and absorb nutrients much more efficiently. That means even with a light and simple diet, the body is able to make the most of every gram of protein and amino acid it receives. And that's a powerful secret. Muscle isn't maintained through excess. It's maintained through efficient absorption. And that's exactly what papaya delivers every day in the breakfast of many monks for centuries. On top of that, it's a natural source of vitamin C, beta-carotene, and potassium. 3 nutrients that directly support muscle recovery, reduce internal inflammation, and support heart function. Potassium helps maintain a steady heart rhythm and prevents cramps. Beta-carotene acts as an antioxidant. And vitamin C supports collagen production, which helps muscles and joints. In other words, papaya prepares the body, protects the heart, and strengthens muscle tissue all at once. Another essential point is papaya's digestive and alkalizing effect. As we age, the body produces fewer digestive enzymes. That harms nutrient absorption and increases inflammation in the gastrointestinal system. And that's where papaya works. It cleans, regulates, and supports your gut, which is where strength begins. A balanced gut means a body that makes better use of everything it takes in. It's like sharpening the axe before chopping wood. The results come with less effort. Because of all this, monks don't use papaya as dessert. They use it as a functional food. It's routine. It's ritual. It's strategy. A portion of papaya a day, especially on an empty stomach or before the first heavier meal, can improve your digestion, increase your energy, and help your body preserve what's most valuable after 50, the muscle that sustains your independence. And it doesn't have to come from expensive pills. Sometimes it's in the fruit you see every day, but never used the right way. The second food, or rather, liquid medicine, that Buddhist monks often use is green tea. This ancient infusion, made from the leaves of the Camellia sinensis plant, is much more than a hot drink. It's one of the most powerful tools these men use to keep their bodies light, their muscles active, and their minds calm yet alert. And as simple as it may seem, green tea has a deep impact on how the body sustains itself over time. Unlike coffee, which causes sharp energy spikes and crashes, green tea delivers clean and steady energy thanks to a natural amino acid called L-theanine. It modulates caffeine and provides a state of calm focus without the jitters. For monks, this means being able to meditate for hours with a stable body, no tension, no strain. For people over 50, this means having more energy throughout the day, less muscle fatigue, and better control over movement. But what's truly impressive is green tea's impact on muscle. It has a powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effect, fighting oxidative stress that silently destroys muscle fibers. It also helps burn fat without harming muscle tissue, something crucial for those who want to maintain strength without gaining weight. Studies show that regular green tea consumption can improve body composition and metabolic function, even in sedentary older adults. Another important point is that green tea protects the cardiovascular system and activates circulation, both of which directly impact muscle health. When blood flows more easily, muscles receive more oxygen, more nutrients, and recover faster. Monks understand this intuitively. Before physical practices or long walks, many of them drink a cup not out of ritual, but as preparation. Because they know endurance comes from within, not from brute effort, but from the right energy. That's why green tea isn't just a midday beverage. It's a tool, a bridge between mental clarity and physical stability. And if you want to preserve your strength, even without heavy training, 1 to 2 cups a day can make a difference. You'll feel when you get out of bed, when you walk, when you breathe more lightly. Not all strength comes from solid food. Sometimes it comes from something that slides down your throat and transforms everything inside. The third food that often appears in the diet of monks, and is a true secret to maintaining physical strength even with a light diet, is kale. Whether sautéed, steamed, in soups, or even raw, this leafy green is dense in micronutrients and has a real impact on the body. It not only helps preserve muscle mass, but also reduces inflammation, protects the bones, and supports healthy blood function. It's food that cleanses, strengthens, and sustains, all at the same time. Kale is rich in magnesium, calcium, iron, chlorophyll, vitamin K, vitamin C, and powerful antioxidants like quercetin. That makes it one of the most complete leafy greens when it comes to muscle support and internal recovery. Magnesium helps with muscle contraction and the nervous system. Kale's calcium is highly bioavailable, unlike dairy calcium, and helps preserve bones and joints. Iron, combined with vitamin C, supports oxygen transport to the muscles. A rare combo. Monks value kale mainly for its alkalizing and blood-purifying effects. After long periods of fasting or silence, it's used to reactivate digestion and prepare the body to receive nutrients. It's a plant that nourishes without weighing you down. It doesn't slow the body. It doesn't cause spikes. It's clean strength, the kind you feel when your body responds with firmness, balance, and vitality, even without large amounts of food. Another impressive point is how it helps reduce systemic inflammation, one of the main causes of muscle loss and chronic fatigue after 50. Kale acts as a cleanser. It removes acidic waste, helps the liver filter toxins, and reduces the oxidative stress that breaks down muscle fibers. This helps keep the body in a lighter, more stable state, ideal for building and preserving strength. Monks don't eat kale because it's trendy. They use it because it works. It's a plant that regenerates and sustains. And if you include it in your day, even in small portions, in a soup, a green juice, or sautéed with garlic, results will come. Your digestion improves. Your strength returns, your mind clears, and your body gradually remembers how good it feels to live with firmness, without pain, without fatigue, with inner stability. The fourth food on the list might surprise those who never paid attention to it: tofu, or fermented soy cheese. In many Buddhist monasteries, especially in Japan, China, and Korea, it's used as the main source of protein in light plant-based diets. It's a simple food, neutral in taste, but incredibly effective when it comes to maintaining muscle mass without inflaming the body. And this is one of the big secrets behind monks' vitality. Tofu contains all the essential amino acids, something rare among plant-based sources, which makes it a complete protein. It's also highly digestible, meaning the body can absorb its nutrients more easily. And that makes a huge difference after 50, when the digestive system doesn't function like it used to. Unlike heavy meats, tofu doesn't require digestive effort. It delivers what the body needs without draining your energy in the process. Another factor monks value in tofu is its anti-inflammatory and hormone-regulating impact. Fermented soy, used in the traditional way, helps balance estrogen levels in the body, which directly impacts lean mass preservation, especially in women after menopause. Tofu also contains iron, calcium, magnesium, and isoflavones, which together protect the bones, muscles, and heart. It's a silent food, but it holds everything up. In monasteries, it's consumed in small portions, paired with vegetables, brown rice, or warm broths. Never in excess, never by itself. The wisdom lies in the combination, in moderation, and in consistency. And that's exactly what makes tofu so effective. It doesn't weigh you down. It strengthens. It fits into the routine with lightness and nourishes the body from the inside out, even with a minimal diet. If you want to maintain strength without overloading your system, tofu can be a key piece. But pay attention. We're not talking about industrial versions filled with additives. We're talking about simple, traditional tofu, preferably organic and from a trusted source. One portion at lunch or dinner, a few times a week, is enough for the body to feel the difference. Because muscle doesn't need excess, it needs consistency, balance, and food that truly nourishes. The fifth and final food on this list is one of the most complete nature has ever created: the egg. Simple, cheap, small, but with a nutritional value unmatched by any other food. In various Buddhist traditions adapted to the modern world, especially outside the stricter monasteries, the egg is used as a functional food with extremely high biological value, precisely because it supports the body without burdening the digestive system. It's seen as a source of life and vital energy. The egg contains all 9 essential amino acids, making it a complete, bioavailable protein that's perfectly absorbed by the human body. This means that every time you eat an egg, your body receives exactly what it needs to rebuild muscle tissue, regenerate cells, and keep structures functioning, without waste, without shortage, without excess. It delivers clean, efficient protein with very low inflammatory impact. Besides protein, the egg is rich in choline, a vital nutrient for the brain, muscles, and nervous system function. Choline acts directly on muscle contraction and neuromuscular balance. In other words, it helps you move with more control, fewer tremors, and greater stability. It also contributes to the formation of cell membranes and liver health, impacting energy and blood quality. In short, a small food that supports massive systems. The egg is also one of the best natural sources of vitamin D, which helps protect bones, regulate the immune system, and prevent muscle weakness, especially in people over 50. In regions with less sunlight exposure, this source of vitamin D makes a real difference in muscle tone, endurance, and even mental clarity. And the best part, it's something most people already have in their fridge. The monks who consume eggs do so mindfully, never in excess, never mixed with processed foods. They eat them boiled, steamed, or lightly scrambled, in a simple, clean, functional way. No overdoing. Just enough to keep the body strong, the mind alert, and the vital energy active. And this way of eating the egg is what ensures its impact. Regular, consistent, without interference from foods that rob its potential. Another important point is that the egg aids in muscle recovery after exertion, even in sedentary people or those with limited mobility. The body sees this protein as something natural, almost organic, and uses every nutrient to preserve lean mass, which tends to diminish over time. This is crucial after 50, when muscles no longer respond as easily to weak stimuli. With eggs, the body responds better and faster. Some people still fear egg cholesterol, but science has already debunked that myth. The cholesterol in eggs doesn't directly raise blood cholesterol, especially when the food is consumed in moderation. On the contrary, the nutrients in eggs help regulate hormone production, keep the liver healthy, and even improve insulin sensitivity. It's more of a solution than a problem, and the heart benefits from it too. In summary, the egg is a natural capsule of strength, balance, and regeneration. It nourishes without burden, strengthens without inflaming, and helps the body stay strong even as the years go by. It's not a trend, not a supplement, not a medication. It's an ancestral food, perfect by nature, and within reach of anyone who chooses to care for themselves with intention. And if there's one thing the monks teach us, it's this. True strength doesn't come from excess. It comes from the wisdom of choosing what truly sustains. Buddhist monks don't just choose their food wisely, they pay close attention to how they eat. For them, eating isn't a moment of distraction, rush, or guilt. It's an act of presence, a practice of self-care and discipline that directly impacts the body's vitality and the mind's clarity. And that's where the secret lies. They eat slowly, in silence. No phones, no television, no rushing. Each meal is seen as an opportunity to nourish the body with mindfulness. And what science now confirms, and what monks have known for centuries, is that eating with full attention, mindful eating, activates the parasympathetic system, improves digestion, increases nutrient absorption, and reduces inflammatory impact, even from the simplest foods. In other words, the body makes better use of what comes in. Many Westerners actually eat relatively well, but do so without focus, amid stress, standing up, in the car, in front of a screen. And this directly interferes with the digestive system. Eating on autopilot is a habit that causes inflammation, poor absorption, and nervous system fatigue. You feel hungrier later, get more tired, accumulate more toxins, and lose more muscle mass over time, even if you're eating right. Monks also practice the principle of just enough, eating until 80% full. They don't stuff themselves, they don't go for seconds, and they do this every day, without exception. The body learns to function lightly, without overload. And when you eat just enough, you create space for the body to use energy to heal, regenerate, and strengthen. A light stomach turns into lightness in the muscles, joints, and even the brain. Another essential point is that they avoid eating at night. Dinner is usually light, early, or sometimes doesn't happen at all. This allows the body to truly rest, for the digestive system to regenerate, and for the metabolism to function better. And when the body sleeps with a calm digestive system, it wakes up stronger. Muscle recovery, detoxification, and hormonal balance all happen during sleep, and they're only effective if the stomach isn't working overtime. Monks also don't mix too many foods at once. Their meals are simple: brown rice with vegetables, tofu, leafy greens, teas, and small portions of fruit. This makes digestion easier, reduces fermentation, prevents bloating, and improves absorption. While in the West a full plate is valued, monks value a light, functional, purposeful plate. Less variety, more efficiency. Less volume, more impact. And finally, they practice gratitude. Before eating, silently, they acknowledge the value of that food, the journey it took to reach their plate, and the purpose it will serve in their body. It may seem symbolic, but this changes emotional states and hormonal patterns during the meal. Gratitude releases serotonin, and that directly affects the nervous system, digestion, immunity, and yes, muscle health. Body and mind work together. You could eat the best foods in the world, but if you eat in a hurry, with guilt, distracted and in excess, your body won't benefit. True strength begins with intention, and when you turn your meal into a practice of presence, as monks do, the body understands, it absorbs, it responds, and then even the simplest food becomes fuel for transformation. If you made it this far, it means you're not just curious. You're committed to changing your life. You're tired of hearing that losing strength is normal, that feeling weak is just part of aging. And more than that, you're ready to break the cycle. Because now you know that losing muscle, energy, and independence is not inevitable. It's preventable. And that the solution might be in simple choices, made every day, on your plate, in your rhythm, with awareness. Buddhist monks show us that it is possible to grow old with lightness, strength, and clarity. No rush, no extremes, no miracle formulas, just discipline, intention, and respect for the body. And if they can go through decades with vitality using simple foods, so can you. The secret isn't in eating more, it's in eating right. And when you eat with strategy, your body responds with silent gratitude and with real strength. If this video inspired you, go ahead and like it now, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. We share content with truth, wisdom, and practical application for people who want real results, not empty promises. And now I invite you to comment below. My body deserves this new phase. Write that to seal your commitment. It's just one sentence, but it could be the beginning of a massive transformation in your life. Because maintaining strength after 50 isn't about vanity. It's about freedom. It's about quality of life. It's about being able to keep doing what you love, with the people you love, without depending on anyone. And all of that starts with one step. And if you've made it this far, you've already taken that step. Now all that's left is to keep moving forward, with clarity, with awareness, and with foods that work in your favor. What Buddhist monks teach us is that you don't need much to have a strong body. You just need to understand what feeds you and what weakens you. They live with little, but live with purpose. And that makes all the difference, because the body doesn't need excess. It needs direction. It needs the right foods, at the right time, with the right intention. And all of that is within your reach. It doesn't require wealth, a gym, or miracles. It requires presence. And that, you've already started practicing now. What destroys the body over the years isn't just time. It's the accumulation of distractions, poor eating habits, meals eaten without thought or feeling. That's why so many people lose their way. They feel their strength slipping away and think it's too late. But it's not. Strength comes back. Energy comes back. Vitality can absolutely be restored when you choose to care for yourself consciously. The monk's diet is simple but strategic. Every leaf, every spoon, every tea has a purpose. It's not about eating to kill hunger. It's about eating to support the body, strengthen the mind, and keep the spirit in peace. And this principle can, and should, be applied by anyone, at any age. All it takes is to stop eating on autopilot, to decide that what enters your body from now on will have a new purpose, to heal, support, and strengthen. If you apply what you've learned here, even gradually, the results will come. You'll feel steadier getting out of bed. You'll notice less pain, more balance, more energy throughout the day. You'll feel more confident in your own steps. Because muscle isn't just about looks. It's what gives you freedom, independence, and autonomy. And no one deserves to lose that because of a lack of information or direction. This video wasn't about trends or trendy foods. It was about wisdom, about listening to what modern science is starting to confirm, but that ancient sages have known for centuries. The food you choose is, at its core, a choice about how you want to live. And if you've made it this far, I believe, you want to live with more strength, more health, and more awareness. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell to keep receiving content that truly makes a difference. And write this in the comments. My body deserves this new phase. Write it with intention, as if sealing a pact with your body and with your new story. Because age doesn't define the end of strength. Strength only disappears when you stop caring about it, and you're no longer in that group. Now you know. And more than that, now you choose. And that choice changes everything.